I'm always astounded by the number of opportunities that are out there that people just don't even realize. I've had several conversations that have just kind of left me shocked. So earlier this week, I was talking with some people, and one guy was saying, yeah, I went down and traveled to this state to buy my vehicle because it was so much cheaper than buying it here. And he's like, there were probably 20 different car dealerships that all sold Honda there, whereas here there was only two. And so I could easily just make some phone calls, talk to them, find out what their best price was, and it was way better, and it was worth the cost of the time and effort to go down, get the vehicle, and then come back. And when we were talking, another buddy said, oh yeah, I've heard the same thing. I have a friend who will go down into the southern United States and buy up pontoon boats, and it's worth the time, cost, and effort to haul those pontoon boats from the southern United States up over here and then resell them, and he's making thousands of dollars on all these old pontoon boats because there's not as much supply over here as there is down the southern United States. And that led to another guy who's like, oh yeah, I know somebody, he actually goes up to Canada to buy his vehicles, and then he'll drive the vehicles back down into the United States and sell those vehicles in the United States. And he's making thousands of dollars every time. Years ago, I knew a guy, and he would collect gym equipment and exercise equipment. And he would just, anytime he'd see a treadmill, an elliptical, anything like that, stair stepper, and it was a good price, he'd pick it up, take it, store it either in his garage or a storage unit or someplace where he had a shed, someplace where he had a little bit of extra storage space. And then when it got to be January, he would go and unload massive amounts of exercise equipment on the market because all of a sudden there was massive demand for used exercise equipment. And another guy I know would pick up used appliances, haul them to another city and sell them because there was more demand for used appliances in this other city. All of these things help me recognize in life there's so many ways to make money. And growing up, it seems like so many people are taught that they're supposed to do good in school, maybe go to college, learn a trade, learn a skill, either in college or trade school, and then you get a job, you work your whole life, and then you retire. And the paradigm has shifted so much in America where now so many people are making money in totally different ways than that. A lot of people don't have a regular job. They may own a small business, or they may have a couple of side hustles, or they may own some assets, and those assets are generating money for them. Or they may see these opportunities like buying a piece of equipment or a vehicle and hauling it to another location where there's a higher demand, or buying a number of these items and holding them until the demand increases. I cannot get over the idea today of just how many different ways there are to make money. And to me, it's so representative of how far we've progressed as a civilization that we have so many different ways that people can provide value to others, and then the others thank them by giving them money for that value they provided. Now, I heard a quote the other day that I think it was Tony Robbins said that people say that knowledge is power. And he said that's so wrong. Knowledge is potential power, because unless you're taking action, that knowledge is not going to do anything for you. So the real power is taking action based on the knowledge you have. So what ideas do you have? What thoughts have you been thinking about? What have you considered doing but haven't taken the action to do? Have you got an idea of how to make money? Do you have a thought of, man, I should do this or someone should do that, but you haven't taken action? I'd invite you, take action, see where it goes. Maybe you'll make a mistake, but I was in another meeting the other day and they said it's never a failure as long as you're learning from it. So if you make a mistake, that's great. It's an opportunity to learn, adjust, pivot, improve, and to find a way to start providing more value for those around you so they'll provide income back to you.